Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another episode of 86, specifically Season 2, Episode 2, or Episode 13, however you prefer it. What's going on? I'm on a pretty short amount of time tonight, so we're going to speed through this intro, mainly because I spent all day trying to upload Sword Art Online, and the way that YouTube tells you when you break copyright is absolutely disgustingly a time waster, considering it takes like 40 minutes just to let you know, oh, this 10 seconds isn't good. Sorry, I'm complaining about nothing. Although that also affected 86 last week, so I guess shouldn't be speaking much. Or I guess it is relevant to this. That's not important. Last time on, we've expanded our map out in a like Elden Ring reaching the edge of a map only to see that it actually expands to twice the size kind of way. We caught up with, I think, what was it? Oh, we had a number too. I think it was like 5 months. Time skip in which we have Lena starting to kind of become like a weird, like starting to become like a problem, like a rising star almost, in the fact that she actually tries, unlike a lot of people in the military, and she also starting to get people who kind of respect her and follow her now, which could be bad considering that usually that leads to, you know, unwanted attention. On the other hand, we've kept up with our 86 crew, and they've stumbled into the Giad Republic now, and we've kind of put ourselves in a weird spot where I think that we're going to go to a place where now that the Giad Republic has learned of these 86 and the plates that they're under, that they might be able to use that as a way to kind of get a leg up on the Alba Empire. But who knows? We are in a very like, oh, what is it called? We're in a singularity. We're in a infinite point of infinite potential. We can choose so many different paths of how we're going to go forward, and I'm really looking forward to that. Also, from the comments, I've learned something from with Ray that I if they don't go into it in this season, that's weird because that's like kind of an important detail, but we'll find out. And I also learned that Lena's outfit is because she's wearing all the colors on the San Magnolia flag, which is kind of cool. It's kind of sick. I'll check that out during this episode. But yeah, I could recap and go to all of our characters, but I want to just go ahead and plow into this episode because, like I said, I'm running on kind of limited time, and by limited time I mean I'm going to get sleepy at a point, and I want to keep up a really good energy into going into this, considering that last episode was actually like one of my most successful episodes in terms of me speaking on it in the middle of it. So we're going to keep up with this pausing thing, and my cat has interrupted the recording, so you know this is going to be a lucky one. It's going to be a good one. Anything you want to say? Yes, thank you. Good cat. His name is Ozymandias, by the way. I'm pretty sure I say that like every time because sometimes I don't know if I edited it out, but King of Kings. Bow ye mighty, and oh no, please don't step on my keyboard. He doesn't know how to respect keyboards yet, so he will absolutely step on a space key and ruin our recording. Okay, here's the thing. You're going to absolutely press the space key if I let you lay down right here. So I'm going to have to get rid of you. We'll be in the episode. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. You know, the drill. By the way, this OP, excellent. We have to wait for the test where we'll have to go into a really somber opening scene into this OP, but I can tell you, this is a good one. OPs that need to like rev up for a second are perfect for having like variant opening scenes. Should be perfect. All right. Festival. We have a whole lot of festivals. Although, yeah, you're right. Time has passed. You're right. Oh, this is Giad. Okay. Never mind. Guys, there's like a apocalypse going on outside. Oh, he has a mover? What is going on? There's like a apocalypse. Whatever. We don't have to worry about it, so let's not worry about it. My cat's right here, by the way. Please don't. Please stay away from the keyboard. Hold on. This is DEF CON 13. Actually, you know what? My cat he can pause. That's right. We're pausing now. That's right. Forget it. Just please don't like turn off OBS. Please. Okay, just do your thing then. This is so bizarre. The bizarreness as a viewer fits this really well. But man, is this bizarre. Oh, of course you would be. Yeah, you would be, that guy. I need him in plaid. Theo would be. I need him in plaid with a goatee and the big glasses. This is weird that they're not treated as celebrities or something here. Just living the life, huh? Crazy. Oh, of course you would be. Oh my god, look at that anime boy. So hot. Ugh. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Hi? Uh-huh. Shen, no, you don't understand. You must look at children's warmly. It's only teenagers and young adults that like cold-hearted looking dudes.
ごめん、妹が失礼を。
あ、いいよ。別に読んでいたわけじゃない。
よくないよ。そういうのは小さい頃からちゃんとさせないといけない。うちはそこまで裕福じゃないし。
Ah. Cool. Trying to show that with their shoes.
Eugene Lance だ。
What's up, Eugene? Okay, my mouse just gotta move. Oh my god.
何してるんだ?
This is a downright weird episode for 86, as we've never had this happen, ever. In all of 86, there's never been, like, tertiary, or even more than tertiary, one-off characters and situations like this. It's never been this lived in, the world that we were looking at. Literally the worst person to try to abuse in this way. I want none of it. Oh god. Hey, episode's almost appropriately timed for me. Couple weeks off. A few weeks off, actually. Mm-hmm. Now, how are we gonna subvert all of this? Oh, he's gonna expect this to have gone so well, only for all of them to go, no, he hated that, isn't he? Oh boy. How are we gonna land this? Oh, I'm so interested.
ひどい頼みだとは分かっているんだ。
Mm-hmm.
お前たちは、だからもう私たちのことは忘れてくれていいはずなんだ。
Yeah, that's
それは分かっていて、でもやっぱり苦しいんだ。
Yeah, it would. Yikes.
どうか私たちも助けてくれないか。
Yikes. Guilt. Weight. Duty. Whatever word you want to use for it.
その前も軍事関係の資料を見てたし、
Of course he
同
was.
じ特殊鋼志望の仲間なんじゃないかって。いつか妹に海を見せてやりたいんだ。
Okay, calm down, Eren Yeager. Or he's more of an Armin, but calm down. How are we going to tie this off? I apologize if you guys don't see a lot of this section, but I'm kind of fascinated. Rested too long. I'm kind of fascinated how we're gonna the cape in the background. What? No, I wasn't done there. Oh, we didn't flip. Yay! That frustration I had was that was as genuine as it could get. I'm sorry. Hey? Oh.
まったく便利だよねこれ。
Convenient,
わ
of
ざわざ
course.
持ち運ばないといけないし。
埋め込まれてる方が良かった？
Good question. Psychic communication? Huh?
あんなの。
そういえばし、スカーフと拳銃を返して欲しがってたっけね。結局、拳銃はエルンストの預かりになっちゃったけど。
みんなにとどめを刺してあげた拳銃だものね。
I mean, he's the one who wants to carry it.
楽に生きてもいいと。
言い換えれば引き止められてるってことよ。
Yeah, he turned it into his duty.
お兄さんを撃つって目的があったから、シン君はとどまって
Into a holy crusade almost.
それを
It's not holy, but
今アンジュは
Drawing
どうなの
everybody from memory. Yep.
あの戦場シーン出てよ
Man, as I sit here and watch this character work, I can only think of if doing that first season at that pace was worth it. Yeah, of course. It seems so like straight, that's nice. Sorry. I have to just pause and I just want to think about this for a second. I just want to put this out in the ether for a second. Like how much character work is being done here because we have so many characters. Because we have so much of a more filled out world. Makes me almost wish that like the first season was just like 8 episodes and they went faster. I don't know if I can let that if I can say this in the right way to get exactly what I mean across. The first season of 86 was specifically empty. It was focused entirely on a certain cast of characters, and it had only so many events happen in every episode, and it wanted so badly to slam home certain emotions and certain it just wanted to slam you with such imagery and emotions from the way that it was specifically paced and from the shots that they specifically gave to us that I'm like, that I was at this constant point of going, man, that episode was really good and it gave me a really good thought, but man, I didn't have a full bite of anime in that episode. And as I'm sitting here watching this, I'm like, man, this is a full bite of anime right here with how many characters are on the screen and how much stuff is going on. Was that first season worth it to set this up? I guess so. I guess the specific feeling of how the 86 crew and how Lena, by extension as well, feels would have to be set up like that. But no, my problem isn't actually what happened in the first season. My issue is how slowly paced they did the first season. I think they could have erased some of those episodes. Not erased, but like shortened. And done more with those episodes. I don't know. Maybe that's not possible. Maybe that's just lost in translation. Maybe. I don't know, man. I guess that would be tough. All I'm saying is, I'm super enjoying this episode. I know I haven't done a lot of like commentary and commentating on this episode so far. If I'm a little bit sparse and I'm jumping around a little bit, hey, sometimes I'm watching an episode of anime, you know? I'm interacting with it, believe me, I am. And we'll talk about it at the end.
ちょっとわからない。
Blew all of your thoughts of joy and fantasy out of your head when you saw that, huh? Yep. Ain't that sad?
じゃあ
私、お腹ついたな。
Please stop. Raiden would be explicitly weak to this. Yeah. He's that exact type. Yeah, exactly. He's exactly that. He's exactly the badass guy in an apron type.
お前ラッキーだぜ。先に帰ってきたのが俺で。
じゃあ、新栄は料理が苦手か。
苦手っては戦う以外は。
なるほどの。いかにも兄君を撃つを全てとしてしまったあのものらしいの。
お前なんで知ってるんだ？真の兄貴のこと。
Uh-huh. Psychic bullshit?
お疲れさん。
皆さん、ありがとうございました。
Yep.
どうせ暇だったし、初めから言って。
Are we gonna settle this episode? I don't know.
いや。
'Cause it needs to be settled. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't break that happiness.
見なきゃいけないものは
Oh, wait.
全部見たと思う。
Uh-huh.
もういいのか？
Oh, were you the last one?
私 私たちのいるべきところに。
Oh, I want to rewatch that. Wait.
どうしてさ
She's the last one. Happy-go-lucky behind this. Sorry, happy-go-lucky music behind this is a little bit. It's a little bit morbid, but whatever.
俺たちにはできません。たとえ進路に変わりはないとしても死に方は選べる。
Let me know. This isn't like a specifically pleasant choice, however.
それを奪わないでもらえませんか。
それは違う。
Fair enough.
それは違うよ。
ようやく迫害の檻を逃れたその者らを今度は哀れみの檻で閉じ込めるつもりか。それが
Hey,
共
are you
和国やらの仕打ちと結局は同じと。
That's incredibly wise of you.
先に行きますとか言っておいて追いつかれたりしたらかっこ悪いよな。
わかった。ただし一つだけ条件がある。元兵卒と元士官じゃ将来の選択肢の幅が違う。この戦争が終わった時選べる道はなるべく多い方がいい。戦い抜くというなら
Yeah, that would be the first thought.
どうするかも
The
考
first
え
time
ない
they've had
と
to
いけ
think
ないよ
about that. Yeah. What actually happens when the fighting stops instead of when we inevitably get sent out to the gallows?
とって己の形を保つに誇り以外ないのはようわかる。じゃが それは人と
Important
して
line
は
there.
欠落した生き方じゃ。人は遅延と血縁によってかたどられるもの。
Who are you
いずれも
quoting?
持たず。
誰のことを言っているんだ。
Yeah, good question.
お姫様。
姫ではない。わらわの誠の名はアウグスタ・フレデリカ・アデル・アドラー。故郷を奪った一人がわらわじゃ。
Ugh.
責めるというのなら聞いてやろうぞ。
最後の女帝だかなんだか知らねえが、俺たちから何もかも奪って行きやがったのは共和国
Exactly,
だ。
that's what I would say.
それを
But yeah, these are the most morally good guys. You're not going to really be mad at that.
わらわも連れて行け。
Huh?
そして我が騎士の亡霊を打つ手助けをしてほしい。
レギオン
Huh?
に取り込まれたのか。
この国にたどり着く直前、そなたを襲ったレギオンじゃ。
どうしてあれだと。
見知った者の現在と過去を覗き見るのがわらわが受け継いだ血の力だからじゃ。
Ah. Okay. Fine. She's got the
兄貴のつ
fucking
けた傷、痛かったであろう。
Renang gun or whatever.
見えてしまったのじゃ。しかしわらわには見ることしかできぬ。わらわ一人ではキリアを救ってやれぬ。じゃからどうか手を貸してほしい。そなたが救い、
Ooh.
そなたを救った兄君のように、わらわの騎士も救ってほしい。
Well, there's nobody better at killing knights than Shen. What? That was a full episode. Okay. Wait, actually, hold on. I generally don't believe you guys. You've trained me not to believe you, but actually, never mind. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, this is the me that actually knows that this video is going to be about a week late. First off, I'm sorry about that. Basically, due to a lot of time reasons, or time management reasons, I basically let this episode get away from me. I'll try to do better. But that's not important. What is important is exactly why I delayed this episode, because I wanted to do something weird or different. You see, at the end of this episode, I kind of had this feeling, and I wanted to fix it. And the way that I wanted to fix it, I decided to try a new thing that is kind of a format that I want to do more of. And I don't know, I decided that I wanted to do a test of it for this. So here's what's going on. At the end of this episode, I had like a quick 10 minutes where I talked about the episode, and mostly I just talked about how I was going to have to rewatch the episode one more time over and then go over the episode again with you guys. The reason for that is this episode defeated me. So when I do these reactions and I do these discussions, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show kind of me interacting with the piece of media and how I come to the conclusions that I do about pieces of the story, how you can look at things to kind of arrive at like cool pieces of storytelling or cool like facts and like truths of the world and basically what the piece of media is trying to tell you, but also how you explicitly what I want to do. Explicitly what I want to do is I want to show off the process of watching a piece of media, calling out, hey, there's where a cool narrative trick's happening, and then saying, and this is the conclusion that I come out of, that I take from that cool narrative trick, and just showing the interaction there, because that's, I think, is important when you look at a piece of at a story, and it's not super important. You can also just watch a story and enjoy it, but I think that there's something to watching a piece of media and having the open eyes to see when something cool is happening, or when there's something interesting that's being told to you, and like you can take what's being told to you and what's in a scene and the visuals and the story and the dialogue, and you turn all of that into a narrative in your mind and apply that to yourself in some way, right? So for example, how in the first 86 we talked, you saw me as I noticed, hey, Lena's starting to take a little bit of corruption from around the world into herself, and despite being like this purely idealistic, amazing hero lady, she slowly becomes more of a grounded in reality, willing to do what has to be done, in control of herself, and willing and ready to apply her power to make change in the world around her, with the knowledge of, well, I'm going to need to use a little bit of that corruption, a little bit of that reality in order to cause this change, right? Like if you wanted to follow if you follow my discussions and you follow even just my reactions, you can see me as I call out every time this happens. And that's what I want to do with every one of these episodes. Man, that was really long-winded. I'm going to trust that I'm going to be able to edit that down. And basically, when I got to the end of this episode, or while I was in this episode, I didn't do that. I didn't do that very well, at least. I'm going to say that. And there was a reason behind that. I think it's because this episode beat me. This episode completely tricked me. And it tricked me in a way that explicitly, I think, applies to me, but also is really good for anyone who's seen a lot of stories like me, right? When you show, right, we knew what the episode was going to be. We knew this was going to be the episode where we're going to try to integrate with normal society, and we're going to try to act normal, but we're not going to be able to fit in there. That's not surprising. We knew that's where we're going, because that's always where we go with a story like this. But when we show that, what do? Well, what scenes are shown whenever you have that problem? Well, okay, so they're going to be in normal town. They're going to go around normally. They're going to try to act like they're so happy, they're so fun, they have all their emotions, and they're relaxed, right? But every so often we see a sprinkle of, oh, something falls and it sounds like a gunshot. I can't stay in the middle of the room. I have to get to a corner and I have to be looking over the entire room. Heightened aggression, a sense of like lostness, lack of purpose now. Constantly thinking about, the military, like your military life, or constantly working everything into that procedural, organized military lifestyle, right? And you show that through a whole episode, and you try to get past that, and at the end of the episode, you're almost at a normal life. You're like you're with a love interest, or you're with someone normal around you, and something bad happens, and like I said, something falls on the ground. Silverware, you're in a restaurant, silverware falls on the ground, it sounds like bullets, and then you get up and you go, ah, and then you knock over the whole table, and you show that you can't integrate back with society, right? That's what I would expect, right? And that's why I went into this episode with my eyes out for. But that's not what happens. It's almost told in reverse, because that way of telling a story is done where we're putting on the fake face of everything is all right, but in reality we're showing that everything is not all right. But in this, it feels like the way that it's shown, or the way that it is in this episode, is everything isn't all right. We already know from the beginning of this episode, at least from what I could tell, when we're going to do the second watch through, and we're going to see if we can see it. But from the beginning of this episode, by what I understood, 4 out of our 5, it's 5, right? Raiden, Anju, Theo, and Shin have already decided, yeah, it's time for us to go. we're not gonna fit in here. And the whole episode, they're showing it. They're showing us like everything's cool, right? But they're actually all doing behaviors that are not cool, but in a subtle way where we have to really look and pay attention to it, because it's not important to show us that they're not okay. It's important to show us that they almost could, or that they kind of could. And then at the end of the episode say, nah, we're not good. Actually, it was all us trying to fake it, because from what I could understand, we're going to find out from Mark here, Karina was the last one who was still like, maybe we can be normal. And we see that through this episode. And so I want to look back through. I'm going to go scene by scene. And if there's anything that I notice that fits into my understanding of this episode, I'm going to call it out. And maybe we'll get something. I mean, absolutely, we're going to get something that's like cool out of this. We're going to see like, oh man, they really tricked us. This is how they tricked us. This is how they did it. And this is how they did it. And through that, hopefully I have a pretty good discussion here. See, I think I've rattled on enough. I'm going to get into it. So let's go with phase 2 reaction to this episode. Or really, it's not a reaction. It's more of an analysis of the episode, but you know what I mean. Okay, so it's only been... Okay, so it actually hasn't been that long. I thought it had been like a year before we got to this episode, but no, it's been only a couple months. It's only been a couple months since the beginning of our story. I wasn't certain about that. So immediately we're showing that they're normal now. Raiden's hanging out with these moving guys. He's using his physical strength in order to do things. Now, is he trying to train here? Is that what's supposed to be going on right here? Because he's acting as if he's getting along with these people, right? But is he? Could he be? It's tragic how it's shown, because it's shown as if they're integrating, and it surprised me because I was like, what? They're integrating? That's weird. Okay, but they're not. They've already made their decisions. They're already like, I'm done. I don't want to be here. Meanwhile, what does Corinna sees? Couples walking around, people getting along, bright colors, reading magazines, seeing a dress here. Weirdly enough, is Corinna the one who isn't faking the integration? She hasn't tried? Has she stayed outside? She's the only one who doesn't have like a job or anything. People invite her in, she doesn't go. Tio's over here, and we think he's sketching this building. Wonder if he is. I wonder if he's still sketching something from... Because later we see he's sketching just portraits of everybody that he remembers from Spearhead, from the base that they were in, the fort base that they were in. So I wonder if he's even sketching that building. I mean, he's doing the measurement thing. That's what that is. It's measuring. You're using your pencil to measure what you see, and then you're putting it to the paper in the same like proportion. I don't know if that's a very good way of me explaining it, but this one's the weirdest one. I want to see if they slide in that he's just doing military manuals, because like you see he's considering getting the Skull Knight book here. I didn't even consider that, because I just was thinking that he was nerding out here, but he's not. Shin has such a face of contempt for this little girl. It's downright amazing. Straight up. He really just looks at with a look of a contempt for everybody, but it's just his neutral anime boy face, but what can you do? And we see just a bit. And this is where I knew that of course it was going to... I mean, we already knew from before the episode came in, but like he's so invested in wanting these kids to get out of this war, right? He has guilt that he lives with. I mean, we know that from last episode, actually. This can't make up for what I lost, for my thing. So we show everybody there but not. Mhm. We have a whole scene, right? A little tiny scene like this of everybody not getting along. And I thought this was what I was going to be getting the whole episode. But it's subtle. It's a quick 2-second thing. Everybody's making plans, saying, yeah, we're going to do some cool, fun things. She can't make a single message. Oh, wait, whoa. Come on. A something. No, there's no way I can make out that title. It looks like you totally could, but I just don't have the desire to try it. Is there a QR code on that book? That's weird. It looks old, but I guess maybe I'm crazy. I've already talked about it. A scene of all of our like fallen comrades. Nah, it's cool that you get to. It's what we fought for. That you guys get to have, you know, a good life. It's what we were trying to get. But you know, human beings, contradictions. What's the right thing to do? What's the thing that we want? If no one will torture you, you'll torture yourself. It hurts that you get to have this happy life, and we're trapped here. Man, we would love to go home, but you know. Can't do that without a gun. And this is where she's looking up military documents, not even trying. He already knows I'm definitely going to the military. Rested too long. Huh? It's too late. It's too late. It's too late for us to go back? For this chance at a normal life? Go by the store one more time, see a dress one more time. Come on. Try it. See, but isn't this the same place that he was looking at before? That's what I'm thinking of. Hold on. I gotta check. We're doing deep research here. No, it's a different place. This is like a school building or something. This is a dilapidated building. Or not dilapidated, but like a old war. What it was is I was waiting the whole episode for the dime to drop. Boop. For the big scene of none of us get along. Or none of us can do this. But it's not there. It's just like this episode is tragic. And it's seeming normalcy. Like we were almost there. We were almost normal. We're almost good. We could do it. We could. But we don't want to. There's too many problems. It's tragic, but it's subtly tragic. It's not in your face. Friggin' utensils fall. I hear gunshots. It's not Ned Stark watches his daughter learning how to use a sword and hears the sounds of war. It's what is Theo drawing while we're here in this happy, great place? Oh, just robot. Or I guess that's all his dead friends and all of his left behind allies. That's what he's drawing. This beautiful new scenery. I can't move on. This is what it's all about. To me still. She notices that. What about you? You were supposed to die in the battlefield, but you're still alive. They want us to think about our futures. Have you decided on yours? About like, I mean, it's the same. Things that I should be doing. Yep. Too late? Wonder if they've already told. They had to have already told, right? Yeah. Or he said, we're done. We're ready to leave. Two machines. Raiden's focused on that. She sees, of course, the old juggernauts. Shocking that she doesn't see like a Legion machine, but yep. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice next week. Yeah, wow, no, I can't even. I don't give a damn. I forgot. Yeah, you're right, huh? I really can't do it. She's so close. Thinking about her parade, make our decision. Hate it, but you gotta do it. Yeah. She doesn't look like she's very right. And oh, I didn't even see the flowers left for that old snowman. Huh? Little soldier snowman, huh? Okay. That's fun. It's specifically tragic, but it's subtly tragic. It's not in your face like I was expecting it to. And so I lost it. I couldn't commentate on it as we were going through. So I was expecting the explosion. I was expecting to be able to commentate on that. I wasn't thinking that, man, the subtleties I have to commentate on. Like in the first season, we had a bunch of subtleties, right? But in the first season, we had so much time with all the subtleties. We didn't have a lot of extra to deal with in terms of the subtle little storytelling that we were doing throughout an episode. So I was able to just go, oh yeah, that's a piece of symbolism. That's a piece of symbolism. Okay, this was actually important. I'm going to talk about this here, or I'm going to talk about this here. I'm going to do this here. And I would just like, mostly I would just kind of bide my time until the end of the episode or the middle of the episode, big explosion of activity, right? That was the crux of like a chapter, clearly. But now we have so much stuff going on that I lost all this subtle storytelling that we're doing with what they're with even their expressions and even their little tiny mannerisms that they're doing in this episode. Like the main crux of, yeah, none of us are actually getting along happens in a 2-second, right? Let's see, how long is it? I'll look it up. And it's super early in the episode too. It's as soon as he comes to, it's before this. It's way before this. So it's from 6:58 to 7:55. So about 1 minute. In 1 minute, they quickly slide through what I would think is the main crux of the episode. But instead, yeah, no shit, they can't get along with anything here. Of course they can't. But they'll try. Instead of building hope and then hitting us with despair, no, that's not even right. Because it's not like they build despair throughout the whole episode and hit you with hope. How did this work? Because, man, maybe I need to think about this for a little bit. Maybe I want to think, do I need to stop it again to think about this? Because there's a way that I can describe this, but I don't know how to. I hate this. I hate when I have the camera on and I'm like, man, I almost can be here, but I don't want to spend an hour thinking about it in silence. It's in reverse, right? We're in the first 50% of this episode. And we've hit the crux of the climax of we can't get along, but we didn't though. It's like watching a disaster. It's like watching a Titanic movie, and the ship gets hit 40 minutes in, you still have another like 50 minutes in the movie. What is the rest of this movie? We know we're gonna die, but you want to show the dying? You want to show the tragedy part? It's heart-wrenching. It's only heart-wrenching if you're like really, really like deeply trying to understand it from these awful Old George. I mentioned Old George. If you don't know, I think it's Old George. Hold on. Ugh, God. my references are like, I can't evoke them fast enough. Hold on, I'll check. Brooks. Old Man Brooks. Yep. It's Old Brooks. That's so fun. What a fun way. What a fun way to tell it. Indifferent. Just a little bit. Not hugely. I'm not saying like it was a cinematic genius. Oh my god, it's the Red Wedding. But like, that's fun. It tricked me. It legitimately got me. So I appreciate that. So I'm going to be recording another 86 as soon as I can. Maybe tonight. I don't know. I don't know about tonight. It's late. I'm going to try to apologize for the delays. If you see me again, it'll be on another day when I've like fully made my my conclusion about this episode. If you do not see me again, that means that I'm probably thinking about it, and I'm going to put it at the beginning of the next episode. It's going to be coming soon. I'm not going to let you guys go another week without it. I will literally blow off actual commitments if I have to for this. But yeah, thanks for watching. This has been a cool episode of 86. Oh yeah, I even talk about, by the way, let me talk about the end part. She can read my, you know what? It doesn't matter. You've got to take out my knight. Yes, that's cool. That's cool. Call back to what's called. Doesn't matter. So listen, I've been the Antagonist Advocate. This has been another cool episode of 86. I'm looking forward to more. Episode 3, day or two after this episode comes out, max. Thank you for your patience. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, have a beautiful day.